Hi friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this long-awaited video, my updated Notion setup tour. So as promised in this video, I will be showing you my template that I use and that you can duplicate. It is linked in the description box, so please be sure to check that out. Also, if you want to see what my current bullet journal setup is like, please check out my latest Plan With Me video. It is linked in the cards somewhere and also down below. Also, I just want to say that I'm going to be using my template as well as the template I've created for you, just so you can see what I do for my setup and what you can do for yours. If you have seen my old Notion setup tour video back when I was like in this frenzy state of just being addicted to using Notion, you'll see that I had a lot of pages and stuff like that, and now it's down to like the bare bones. I keep it very minimalist. I keep it to the essentials. Obviously, you can customize my setup to how you want yours to be. Make your Notion suit your needs, so whether that be for productivity, organization, mindfulness, an artistic outlet, whatever it is. I mean, it's your Notion, it's your rules. Just a heads up, there are timestamps linked in the play bar right here, as well as in the description box, so please feel free to just jump around and find what you want to watch. And now, without further ado, let's begin. Welcome to my homepage. This is what it looks like. It's pretty simple. I've changed a little bit from the previous setup. Same cover page, same emojis. I think I've kept all the emojis from before. And here I have this little quote from Jim Carrey. It says, "As far as I can tell, it's just about letting the universe know what you want and then working toward it while letting go of how it comes to pass." And here is my 2021 manifestation overview. You just click here and then you can just write brief statements of what you want to work on for this year. Here I have read more, scroll less, write, book an acting role, a recurring role, and reach 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is a bit different to my old manifestation review because as I accomplish them, I want to keep making more goals. Also, I do want to say that you can change the emoji and you can change the cover photo and you can reposition it if you'd like, but I'm just keeping it as is. Also, if you click on the sidebar right here, you can close it and then you'll have a bigger view of your whole page. I'm just going to keep it with the sidebar so I can include myself in the corner. Moving down here, we have one of my favorite quotes from John Steinbeck, and it is, "If it is right, it happens. The main thing is not to hurry. Nothing good gets away." And then on the right hand side, I have 3 sections. So I've got monthly, work, and personal. And then down below here, I have something that I've added, and it's called an ideal weekly schedule. This is just what I'd like, you know? This is not something that I have to strictly complete. I have non-negotiables on this weekly schedule that says YouTube video upload. I usually upload every Wednesday and Sunday. And then I have a weekly reset routine that happens on the weekend. And then I usually have an acting class on Saturdays. And then I try to write almost every day. Yeah, and then let me show you your template. This is yours. It's pretty much the same thing. I've included this area so you can just write whatever to-dos you want to put in. Here in the 2021 manifestation overview, I just wrote a little how-to, so you can refer to that to make your own statements. This is your future log, so I'm going to show you your template first. This is a cover photo from Kiki's delivery service. You'll see that in your template and my template as well. All these cover photos are from screenshots of Studio Ghibli films. The reason why I call this the future log is because I don't use a future log in my bullet journal, because I go through bullet journals so quickly that there's no point in me like drawing up a 6-month, 12-month, 3-month calendar. It just wastes my time and I don't fully utilize the future log in the journal, so I might as well have it digitally. And basically with the calendar layout, you can look through month by month, see what's coming up next, which I find very useful. So I can just log in an event, a to-do, an appointment months in advance and I know it'll come up. The reason why I call this time block as well is because I time block in the calendar. Let me show you. So we're on the 15th of June and I'm gonna click the plus button here. And you'll see that you can just name whatever. Let's say I want to name this morning routine. And then you can choose an icon. Let's choose the fairy because that's pretty cute. And then here I've created tags for you. You can put in the holiday, something that's personal, for work, a birthday, whatever you want. And you can keep adding. Basically, you just type here anything you like and then you can add a tag, but I'm gonna click personal. And then here on the date you can also include the time, and this is where I actually time block. I include the time, and let's say I want to start my morning routine at 8 a.m. Unfortunately, you can't do like time stretches, like you can't go from 8 a.m. to 8:30. This is when I'm going to do what activity. You can't do that. Hopefully Notion will allow you to do that sometime, but this is just how I time block. And then when you're done, you click the check mark. And this is what it looks like. It just shows up like that. Film YouTube video. And I add an icon. I choose this one. And then the tags, it'd be work. And then the time, let's say 9:30. And there we go. And then it just ends up looking like this. Allow me to show you what my future log looks like. Really, it's the same thing as what yours is gonna look like. This is how I use time blocking here. It's just nothing much. I also include when I want to rest, recuperate, take breaks, besides just having an endless to-do list. I don't do this every day, as you can tell. I just only do this on days when I need that extra pick-me-up just to push myself to do stuff, or when I'm like really busy. And let's go back to previous months so you have another idea. Yeah, so this is what it actually looks like in a week of me just using time blocking. Pretty intense. Yeah, that's what it looks like. The next page in my Notion is moon cycle readings. I did not include this page in your template just because it's something I personally do. It's a spiritual practice I have. So every full moon and new moon, I do a tarot card reading for myself just to check in with myself, to see how I am on my journey, and to see how I'm feeling and all that good stuff. It's a form of self-care for me. What I will show you is that on the new area right here, you can create a new document, and you can also create templates. You click the arrow key, and as you can see here, I've created templates for the new moon and full moon. And then this is where you can create a new template, and then you can always just duplicate it versus having to write up the same document over and over again. You click the plus sign right here, and then this is where your templates would show up, and then you just click whichever one you want. Now let's move on to the weekly reset. The weekly reset is something I do usually every weekend, where I just get my life in order. I get prepared, I get organized, I get clear, I get current, I get ahead for like my week ahead. This cover photo is from the movie The Wind Rises. As you can see, I've been using it. I have a section called Get Clear, Get Current, Get Ahead, and at the very bottom, I have a master self-care list that is separated into various self-care types. If you would like to see a vlog of me using this weekly reset checklist and implementing this routine, let me know, because I will definitely make a video on that. Yours looks exactly the same as mine. Maybe some things are taken out, like some YouTube related stuff, just because I don't think you would necessarily use that part. And yeah, feel free to use it. Hopefully it can be helpful for you. The next page that I have is acting, and I've had it all blurred out just because it's very confidential information. But more or less, this page is just for me to document and refer to all my auditions, my wins in acting, just my journey overall with my career. I think it's just nice to have a place just to document and just reflect on how far I've come in my acting career. Moving on to YouTube. I have it all blurred out because this is pretty top secret information of all the content I will be creating in the near future, so you can't see that yet. This cover photo is from the movie The Wind Rises as well. This layout is called a Kanban board. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I find it very useful for project management. This is what yours looks like. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Obviously, you can change the title right here, and you can also change the color as well. And then basically you press new, and then you write out your project. And what's awesome about the Kanban board method is that you can list out anything you want to do, and then you move them as you progress in your completion. You feel like you're slowly getting to the finish line, and I like that about the Kanban board method is because of how flexible and versatile it is. The next one I will show you on your template is called the 2021 Manifestation. This cover photo is from the movie Whisper of the Heart. It is one of my my favorite Studio Ghibli films. And basically, this is a page where you can dream and you can articulate what you want to achieve, what you aspire to become, all that good stuff. And I have right here word of the year. My word of the year this year is progression. And just because it's June right now, it doesn't mean you shouldn't use this. Go ahead. It doesn't matter when you're starting. Better late than never. I mean, every moment is a chance for you to begin again. So just use it. Don't wait until next year. Okay? Okay. Here I wrote, for 2021, this is what I want to manifest. And then I have split it up into various different sections for you. Mine doesn't really look like this. Mine has less sections, but just for you, for your sake, you can split your goals into personal, school, work, physical, social, and spiritual. You can delete, add, change, alter to how you see fit. This is going to be your notion, so it's going to be on your terms. Here's a little tutorial of how you can create and implement your goals. It says here, for personal, an example, I wrote, I read more and scroll less. Try to start your goals with an I or I am statement, preferably in the present tense. Instead of saying, I will be doing this or I want to be doing this, say, I am going to be doing this. I think there's power in using I am statements in affirmations and being affirmative with what you want to do. And here is a little bullet point where you can just specify your goals. So for I read more and scroll less, a bullet point could be, I am going to read 20 books this year. And then I've created a little toggle list, which you can click down. This is where you could articulate how you would take action. As I said here, this is where you specify the actionable steps you'll take to achieving your goals. For example, for reading more and scrolling less, I wrote, read in the morning after I wake up and before I go to sleep at night. Pretty doable. And then I also wrote, I turn off social media notifications on my phone. Also very doable. These things I actually do on a daily basis. So that is how you can actually achieve your goals, is when you have actionable steps that will build this routine, the system of habits for you to get to achieving it, versus just writing these lofty ideas of what you want to achieve and who you want to become, you know? Moving on, what to watch. I love this page. I love this page and my reading directory. Those two pages are my favorite pages out of like my whole Notion setup. Let's go to mine first, just so you have a feel for what it actually looks like when you fill it out. This cover photo is from the movie The Cat Returns. It is also one of my favorite Studio Ghibli films of all time. Here I have two tables. I've got what to watch as well as what I've watched. My watch list basically just has like any movie, TV show, anime, or whatever, documentary, whatever that I want to watch. I have the creator director, the current episode I'm on, out of how many episodes and how many episodes are left, as well as the language, the format, and the genre. And then for the what I've watched table, I've got the very end of 2020, like the last 2 weeks of 2020, January, February, March, April, May, June. Wow, it looks like I watch a lot of anime, and I have good reason. It's because, so like after a long day of working, I like binge watch an entire season just because I want to wind down and turn my brain off. There's not much of a reason why I document this. It's just more so to see what I've been watching, what I like, what I dislike, and this is what yours looks like. Same thing, really. Moving on to the reading directory. This cover photo is from Whisper of the Heart as well. Ugh, love Whisper of the Heart. I cannot say more enough good things about that movie. Here I have two tables. It's kind of the same as my what to watch list. I have what to read and what I've read. Yeah, so name of whatever I've been reading, the author, the format, meaning like, is it a book, a play, is it poetry, a short story, a screenplay, etc. It's a book for pachinko. And then the genre, and then you can choose which genre it belongs to and if you're currently reading it. I'm actually not reading this book right now, but just to show you that you can have a checkbox. And then what I've read, and this is true, I've read The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. It's in a book. Genre is fiction fantasy, and this is my rating. Yeah, and you can add more to your table if you want, and you can delete columns if you'd like. It's totally up to you. Let me show you what mine looks like, just so you can have a feel for what it really looks like when you fill it out. This is my what to read list, or my TBR, and this is not completed, by the way. I have a lot of books I want to read. Oh my god, look at that. It's a bit overwhelming, but it's also really, what's the word? Really satisfying just to see a document full of data. Maybe it's just because I'm a Virgo. And then I have what I've read. which is not much because I've been watching way too much anime and I've been reading a lot of manga actually. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Pretty cool, hey? Now we are moving on to academia. This cover photo is from the movie Ocean Waves. And then here I have split it up into 3 sections. I've kept it really minimalist because I don't do my note taking or any of that sort of studying on Notion. I do it on my iPad or in an actual notebook. So that's what's changed from my previous setup. I have a goal section so you can write out your goals for your learning. And your yearly goals, let's say if you want to do yearly, you can do quarterly goals or monthly goals, just change it to how you see fit. And resources. This is where you can jot down all the links that you need to refer to, whether that be like online textbooks, videos, podcast, music, whatever you need. You can just all have it here. So you can just click on the link and it'll bring you there. And this is what mine looks like. Let me just quickly show you. I have the goal, my yearly goals. It's not really yearly goals. It's more like broad in the near future goals. I haven't been able to do much self-studying just because I've been writing so much and working a lot on YouTube, but I should get back to it. I just don't want to be overly ambitious, even though I am deep down. It's because I just love learning, but I can't exactly commit to a routine yet just because I'm still figuring out my work and life balance. It's pretty out of whack at the moment, so I gotta focus on working that out in order to make space and time to pick up a new hobby. But I will get there. I will want to vlog in French and Mandarin and Cantonese eventually. I think that would be a lot of fun and it would be great language practice. And then have resources down below too. The last page on your Notion setup is travel plans. This is a cover photo from Kiki's delivery service, and here's just travel planning. This is in a list format, so I just wrote 2 random things and you can click into it and then you can just write out whatever you want to plan out or daydream about when you want to travel. That's basically it. If you look at mine, let me show you mine. There's nothing much to it at all because I haven't been using it, but here I just have 2 trips that I really want to do. I want to go to Europe with my mom because I want to take her to Europe, especially France, because I know that she wants to go there so bad. I love France. I can't wait to go back. And I have a Hong Kong, Japan, and Korea trip that I want to do as well. I like to travel slow, so I know for sure for my Hong Kong, Japan, and Korea trip, I'm going to be gone for at least 2 months, at least. Yeah, hopefully when I can travel, when I have the time to travel, I'll do that and I'll document it and I'll bring you guys along. And that's my Notion setup. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really does help the channel out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.